If you're thinking about buying a new SUV and you don't know what size to get, and you're thinking about maybe a Toyota Corolla Cross or something like a Nissan Qashqai or something even as big as Hyundai Tucson, then you should be thinking about that. That is a Kia Seltos, and it's a big small SUV, and it's the new one. They've updated it. So we're going to be talking about its size and if it's going to be practical enough for you, how much it is and if it's good value, and how safe it is too. We'll even go for a drive. Now, if you want to read the full review, go to carsguide.com.au and give us a like, one of those, and subscribe. There are 4 grades in the Kia Seltos range. It kicks off with the S and steps up to the Sport. And above the Sport is the Sport Plus. And above the Sport Plus is the top of the range car, the GT line. But only the GT line and the Sport Plus are truly sporty. Now those are the prices right there. Do you know what? They've all gone up about $2,000, but you are getting more features. Do you want to have a look at those? We're going to have a look. Oh, this is the top of the range GT line. You can tell this by its 18-inch alloys. The Sport Plus and Sport get 17-inch rims, while the entry grade S for the very first time gets alloy wheels too, but they're 16-inch ones. Every Seltos has roof racks and a rear spoiler, but only the GT line can be had with a sunroof, and it's the only one with a power tailgate. The GT line also is the only grade that has LED headlights, whereas the other grades have halogen lights. Come on, Kia, being able to see the road properly shouldn't be a luxury. Let's just get off my high horse for a second and into the cabin of the GT line, which has everything. Things like heated and ventilated front seats, they're power adjustable too. There's an 8-speaker Bose sound system, a head-up display, wireless phone charging, a heated flat-bottom steering wheel and a parcel shelf. What? Parcel shelf? Yeah, right, that's what it says here. Only the GT line gets a boot cover, that's right. But that 10.25-inch screen, all grades apart from the S get that. This is new to the Seltos and it comes with sat-nav. The entry grade S has an 8-inch screen and no sat-nav, but the S has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The other grades need you to plug your phone in. The entry grade only has air conditioning, the rest have climate control, but all have directional air vents in the back. Again, all grades except the S get this 10.25-inch digital driver display, another new feature for the Seltos. Only the Sport Plus and GT line get a proximity key, push-button start and privacy glass. Does that all make sense? Let me know. Now, I reckon the best value in the entire lineup is the Sport Plus. It pretty much comes with everything you get on a GT line, except for something really important. The LED headlights. You don't get these headlights on a Sport Plus, a Sport, or an S, which is crazy. I really think you should. Instead, they get halogen headlights, which are like candles, dimmer than candles. Huh. The update to the Seltos also covers its looks. The grille is taller, and there's a new headlight design, which on the GT line is stunning, with those LED running lights. The rear of the Seltos has been given a tweak too, with a new tail light design, and again, on the GT line there's an LED strip, which runs between them. Check out this cabin. It is stunning. Stunning for this price point. I love this double screen which stretches halfway across the dashboard, and I really do like these stereo speakers here. They look like someone's dented them or something, but they've got this geometrical design pattern built into them. I think it's really, really cool little detail. Keep in mind though that this is the top of the range GT line car. So it's the best Seltos you can get. The lower grades, like the entry grade S, doesn't look this fancy. And instead of having these heated seat buttons and a few other bits and pieces here, you've got blank panels. That's in the entry grade car. It doesn't look quite as stunning as this. Still a Seltos though. The Seltos is pretty big for a small SUV. At 4.4 metres long, it's bigger than a Hyundai Kona and a Honda HR-V, and about the same size as a Nissan Qashqai or a Toyota Corolla Cross. What's good about that is that you're getting more space inside, in a package that's still smallish on the outside. Let me show you. I can't do this in a lot of small SUVs. I'm tall at 191 centimetres end to end, and that seat is in my driving position. Headroom back here is pretty good too. There are good-sized door pockets, cup holders in the fold-down armrest, and down here, directional air vents and 2 USB ports. The boot is also pretty big at 468 litres, with a space-saver spare underneath that floor. and 433 litres with a full-size spare wheel. Now I know how many litres I am. Good morning. Ugh. Ooh.
The Kia Seltos comes with the maximum 5-star ANCAP safety rating, but that came out in 2019. But still, there's a whole lot of safety tech. We're talking AEB, auto emergency braking, lane keeping assistance, blind spot warning. The top 2 grades AEB works at intersections. I hope you never need it. Now the Kia Seltos gives you a choice of 2 engines. There's the good one, this one. It's a 1.6 litre turbo petrol 4-cylinder. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. You can only get it on the GT line, the top of the range, and the Sport Plus. And then there's the other one. It's a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine and it comes across the range. You can get it in any grade and it has a CVT transmission. If you're into sporty driving, this is the engine for you, the 1.6 litre. If driving's really not a high priority, then get the other one. Get this one. All right, let's go for a drive. But before we do, let me tell you something. I had a chance to drive the Sport Plus and the GT line. Now, the better seating position of those 2 cars is actually in the Sport Plus, and I'll show you why. The GT line, you seem to sit really high, like I'm as low as I can go, as low as I can go. But watch, if I want to go higher, you can. Watch, ready? How much higher can we go? A lot higher. How much higher? Higher. That's not right. I think this seat is too high to begin with. Anyway, there you go. The Sport Plus has a better seating position. Visibility, though, is very good in both cars, in all cars. Now let's go for a drive. We're in the GT line here. As I've said, it's got the 1.6 litre turbo petrol engine and all-wheel drive. This is the car I would get. I like driving. Consider myself to be a bit of an enthusiast, and this is a fun car to drive. If driving's not really your thing and also you want to save a bit of money too, there's the 2-litre petrol engine. It's also a 4-cylinder, it's just not as sporty. So let's go for a little drive. Now, first thing you'll notice is the really good steering. It's got really nice feeling steering. It's also got really nice feeling pedals underneath as well. That goes for both cars, the 2-litre and also the 1.6 litre. Both cars though are still a little bit noisy. I noticed the old Seltos was quite noisy on the road. Not the engine noise, but the actual road noise. So when you're on the highway, you get a lot of that sort of tyre noise sort of coming into the cabin. They have improved the insulation and it is, they say, and they've shown me the decibels as well, it is quieter on the inside too, but still there is a bit of sound coming into the cabin. It's no biggie, but I thought you'd want to know. Now, in terms of the ride, I would say that the Toyota Corolla Cross has a more comfortable ride, but this has got a more sporty ride. So it feels more planted and feels like it's got better handling than sort of a more soft cushiony ride like the Corolla Cross. So while the Seltos isn't as comfortable in terms of its ride as a Toyota Corolla Cross, and it is more sportier, it's not uncomfortable. I think what they've done is they've just created something which is comfortable and has sporty handling as well at the same time. Okay, so as I've said before, we're in the GT line with the 1.6 litre turbo petrol engine. You can get the GT line in the 2 litre as well. I like this 1.6 and I also like this 8-speed auto. This is new to the Seltos as well. It's smooth. I like the way it shifts gears. In fact, you don't even notice it shifting gears, which is great. If you don't notice it shifting gears, it's doing a good job. The other engine, which is the 2 litre, has a CVT. Now, CVT stands for continuously variable transmission. They're quite a lot different to the 8-speed auto that's in here, and they tend to make the engine have a droning sound. So you put your foot down, and rather than hearing it sort of shift down like that as you accelerate in this car, you get a droning sort of sound as you accelerate in that 2 litre with the CVT. It can get a bit annoying if you're driving on a country road or you're accelerating constantly and braking and accelerating again. It's not a very sporty transmission. So yeah, as I said before, if you are after a bit of a sporty drive, then it's the 1.6 with the 8-speed auto. That's the one to get. Now, finally, the Kia Seltos' size is another bonus here. As I've said the whole way through this video, It's a big, small SUV, smaller than a Hyundai Tucson. And that means parking it, and I've had to park it a few times now, is pretty easy. It feels like a small SUV to drive, and it feels like a small SUV to park, but you've got a bit more space inside. Kia says that after a combination of open and urban roads, your Seltos should be getting between 6.9 and 7.4 litres per 100 kilometres, depending on the engine. That's all right. What's not all right is that there's no hybrid in the range. Don't bother looking, I've checked. There isn't one. And they've told me that there isn't one coming. That's not good. The Kia Seltos is covered by a 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. That is outstanding. Also good is the cap price servicing costs as well. But have a look at the individual costs. Some of them are a little bit pricey here and there. Everything looks good here. So there you have it, the updated Kia Seltos. It costs a little bit more money, but it's a better Seltos than before. It's good looking, it's good value, it's great to drive. And one of the best things about it is that it's not too big and not too small, and that might just suit you perfectly. Now, if you want to read the full review, go to carsguide.com.au and give us a like and subscribe.